So I'm waiting in line to get into the Catalina. A PBY Catalina, these were used in World War II. That's a boat. Well, there goes a Windshield. That was the training aircraft, the first aircraft that flew. That's a CT-4A. That's the training aircraft that replaced the Windshield. There's another CT-4A. So the Windshield was the training aircraft back in the 60s. Every RAAF pilot learned to fly in a Windshield, and then they went on to the various other aircraft. Right here we have a P3C update Orion. They were all updated in the early 90s, I believe, and that's from 11 Squadron. It has a seagull as the insignia. The Orions are actually based at Edinburgh Air Base. You had 10 and 11 Squadron, both operating P3C, and then they were updated back when, well, that looks like a de Havilland Dragon Rapide. And here we have a Tiger Moth. Anybody that's watched my videos will remember that I went for a flight in a Tiger Moth on my 50th birthday. Behind it is a Chipmunk, another de Havilland product. I believe it's a Chipmunk. It could be a Miles Magister. It might be a Miles Magister. They're a bit. It's a bit confusing with those two. But so the dark blue and white aircraft there, that's a Neptune. That was the sub-hunting aircraft before the Orion, and the Catalina here was the sub-hunter before the Neptune. The Catalina's a warbird. These were used during the war. They used to rescue downed pilots from the ocean. Extensively used by the US forces. That's the US aircraft. We didn't have as many. We could go a lot further in our Catalinas than they could because the Royal Australian Air Force removed all the armour plating, making the aircraft a lot lighter and nearly doubling the effective range. Something the Yanks just wouldn't do because the Yanks, they're a bit soft. So they're all gung-ho as long as the other people haven't got guns. But yeah, waiting in line, we'll get into this Catalina. So the Rapide, Tiger Moth. Originally I used to be in the Air Training Corps, and I've been here at Edinburgh Air Base for the Corporal's course and the Sergeant's course. I also learned to shoot an SLR L1A1 at the rifle range here, and back then the 11 Squadron, they were using a P3B, and an earlier version of the Orion. The P3C has numerous sonar buoys that are just dropped out of the fuselage. The P3B had them all inside the aircraft, and you'd have to open a chute and you'd physically feed the sonar buoys through this little chute down on the ground. It had a lot less avionics in it as well. We're getting closer, getting this. I believe the very first Catalinas, they didn't have a retractable landing gear, so they were only able to land and take off on water, and they had like a dolly system that they would have to float onto and off and then be winched out of the water. And to make them more practical, they developed the retractable undercarriage. So we'll just finish up here for the moment until I get inside the Catalina, and then we'll do a video of the inside of the cat.